We are back! Welcome to the final of the Hardway to Hell Tournament 2023. This is it. This is the all-deciding seed. And we will somebody see winning this tournament right here and right now after the seed. Okay, the settings we have for now, they are just the same, Hardway to Hell, so we will see maximum of 1 suit. Reduced ammo, no plasma beam, no screw attack, possibly no spacer, possibly no wave. And the special settings for this one are old switcheroo, which means 2 things. We have randomized bosses, so any boss can be anywhere, and we have a Norfair charge beam from the start. So the beam can be charged up from the beginning, and it does hurt bosses, but it does only a third of the usual charge beam damage. So, for example, runners now have just the P-Shot, and P-Shot does 20 damage, and the charged up starter beam also does just 20 damage. And to put that into perspective, if you would fight Crate with only this beam, you would need 50 shots. So, it can be serviceable, especially if you find all the possible other seeds in this. If you find, like wave, spacer, and ice beam, then you do 100 damage per charge shot. That's serviceable. You can do a lot with that. It's still not great, but it's fine. So Morph Pedestal is empty. That's rude. And Morph Ball is in the ceiling here. I didn't spot what was behind the Billy Mays entry. Gonna see soon on Audraxys side. Have runners switched sides? Wasn't nikplayer on the left last time? Well, anyway, so nikplayer found missiles. So nothing much runners can do from here. Only thing to do is go up to Bomb Torizo and get some sort of ability to break through the wall into Green Brinstar there. Yes, those 2 streams are really far apart. Maybe somebody could go ahead and pause nikplayer for a moment. It's almost 20 seconds. I personally have no idea how to do this. I don't even know if I can do that. Alright, that's generally a pretty rude start, only getting Morph Ball and 1 pack of missiles. That's not very much to work with. It's good enough to fight BT with. It's pretty much the same as an any percent start here, or pretty much almost every vanilla start. Just that the items were in a bit of different locations this time, the Morph Ball at least. Okay, we got bombs! Alright! My favorite item to find early. So runners can not only go through the wall into Green Brinstar, runners could also opt to go through Gauntlet. And find up to 3 more items up there. Alright, and Order picking up their bombs at Bomb Torizo. This is a really vanilla start here. Bombs, missiles, and Morph Ball at this point. And no, this is completely equaled up now. It's not a 1-0 for Audra. This nikplayer came into this final with 1 match up, you could say, because nikplayer was coming from the upper bracket. So this is the last match we see here. Whoever wins this wins the tournament. And in stark contrast to the last seed, we immediately find an E-Tank here at 230 missiles. That must feel good. Nick didn't win game 1, Nick just came from the upper bracket. And that gave him the advantage of only having to win one match in this final. Alright, so Audra goes straight into Gauntlet. With this E-Tank, they feel safe enough to do this without a save. Maybe would have even felt without the E-Tank. Finds the entry to that. nikplayer went down actually into Old Mother Brain. Doesn't seem like he found anything good there. Nothing much more he can do down there. Would need power bombs for any further checks in Blue Brinstar. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this, going through Gauntlet early as possible, especially if you are still needing some sort of ammo, and especially if you still need two sorts of ammo. So yeah, this looks very, very practiced what Audra is doing here. This little wall jump there on the double blocks to get the bomb up there just in time. The hardest thing in this is the last part of this, the bombs at the final block. Ah, that's rude again, nothing there. And not setting that first bomb too early is what you should do, because those blocks, they will reappear and they might block your way in, but Audra did it perfectly. nikplayer meanwhile also going up. At this spot you should have learned that if you morph before you let go of jump, you finish your jump and you might jump into the spikes. So this is what often kills unexperienced players. Okay, perfect. Audra getting through there without any problem. Okay, let's check out nikplayer. And the two items there are... Oh, wow. Double E. Amazing. Okay, looking good for nikplayer as well. Staying on top of those blocks. Now just don't get grabbed by the yapping maul and wait for a good timing to do this. Oh, that was fast. I like that. A bit risky, but very fast. And looks like there was X-Ray, a Terminator. It's a new item A spot there for Audra. Still only on 5 missiles. That's pretty annoying. Nothing too bad, but we gotta open that first door into Green Brinstar Reserve and then somehow get 5 more missiles, or maybe find a super pack to get to the other item. And sometimes those enemies and top there at early supers, they just don't play along and won't drop you missiles. Alright. Audra straight going in, mockballing through. There's another missile pack, but if you grab that, you have to reset the room in order to get the gates back up. Ah, okay, there's 5 more. Perfect. So you can just advance to the next 3 items. nikplayer going ahead, picking up his X-Ray. Nothing. A missile pack. And an E-Tech. So very, very good E. Suspiciously good E. I don't really know what that means. We'll see. So not having found supers would be annoying if you also had power bombs, but since runners don't have power bombs, that's fine. Oh, I just realized something. We have found bombs. You know what that means? That means Moon Dance could be required in this one. But still a couple of checks coming up for now. There's another E-Tank. What's with the E? It's always something about the E. Last seed there was none. This seed there's nothing else. And oh, there's power bombs. Interesting. So, no Moon Dance. Which is unfortunate for you, the viewers, if you have never seen that. It's pretty funny. But also, runners are running out of checks. Audra seemingly thinking a little bit about what their next steps would be, and looks like now they decide they want to check out Edecoons. This will give them 2 checks. and possibly a third one, depending on where the supers are. After that, runners are slowly but surely running out of checks. They can go through Blue Brinstar, have more checks there for supers, and even can go down further from there. Super's Edge criteria power bombs are a possibility here. With those bombs, runners can easily bomb jump up to that location. Just more power bombs. So this little advantage that Auto has is more or less only because of a little ship refill that nikplayer took, which Auto didn't. So it must be really a relief to find those power bombs, knowing that you don't have to do this stupid moon dance. It takes up so much time. You are not even guaranteed to find power bombs down there, but there were some. Okay, and there were no supers at the exit of Elecoons. Don't know if anything was there, doesn't look like it. The old Mother Brain check, nikplayer already did that one, but Audra still has that open, of course, yeah. And that's probably going through their mind. Oh yeah, and the old Mother Brain check is part of why Audra is ahead, of course, yeah. Now I see what you mean. Alright, Audra, going towards the ship. Let's see where they will go from there. They can't go to the right, because that way is blocked by a super door. So them going here indicates they will be going up to criteria power bombs, first thing. Something you could do is go to Spore Spawn. And we might even see that. This might be required, but with power bombs in hand, runners have a whole bunch of checks available to them before they go to Spore Spawn. Man, those double bomb jumps. I saw Nick doing that in the last seat as well. They are really good at that. Both of them. That is so fast. I would never trust in my double bomb jumps that much. Nothing. Rude. Okay, nikplayer coming up to the same decision. X-ray climb, climb supers for supers. X-ray climb supers for supers. Perfect. I love it. Yeah, sorry colors, no comms today. I mean, there's no name, so it can't be anything. Oh, nice D-boost. D-boosting on the sponges there, gotta be really quick about it. And then it works. Ice Beam, that's a classic. El Clasico Ice Beam at Climb Supers. So, runners will not have to X-ray climb supers for supers. They might have to X-ray climb supers for ice, but I don't think they will. Alright, nikplayer arrived at Billy Mays. Oh, that means nikplayer didn't go for criteria power bombs. Alright. Doesn't find supers there either. Now has one more check before returning into the green hill zone. Yeah, high colors. I told you I was gonna do it if nobody else would. And this is it. The consequences of the actions or non-actions of other people. Beamer doubleheader. There they are. Supers at blue Brent Star power bombs. Alright, full set of ammo here. And at a pretty good spot, because from here you can easily go back to Big Pink and do all the checks you missed the first time going through here. So that was kind of friendly by the sea. Alright, now excited to see what was at back of at Spore Spawn. Because if this is supers and you would have decided to fight Spore Spawn for this, it would probably have been faster than going up through criteria again. But it's nothing, so it would have been dumb and you would have been angry about yourself for fighting Spore Spawn, despite already suspecting that nothing will be there like so often. Audra says, I have the missiles, I'm gonna use them. Player arriving at Wavegate. Looks like a first try. And a handful of nothing there. So far the super lock checks were nothing and nothing. Not sure what nikplayer was forming up there for. Well, I guess, yeah, Nick needs a little bit of ammo for this. And has to be keeping one super for the super block down into Mission Impossible. And uses 8 missiles for the side hoppers. It's something at Mission Impossible, a pack of power bombs. Does charge damage reset to default when you pick up other beams? No, it's the charge damage stays the damage of the uncharged beam. For example, if runners would find Wave Beam, then Wave Beam does 50 damage and the charged nerf beam also does 50 damage. Same for Spacer, 40-40. It just changes if runners find the actual big boy charge beam. Then you would, of course, get the triple beam damage. Alright, and nikplayer now heading down. Thanks to that skip at criteria power bombs, nikplayer now headed a little bit. And farming up his supers a little. Those kek attacks are perfect for that. Very rare you get scammed with a health drop by those kek attacks. And Nick is going up. Wants to tackle the boss at Wrecked Ship first. So I personally like going Wrecked Ship first in boss rando. Because even if it's one of the bosses you can't fight at the moment, the info can be very valuable. And Nick feeding the bile plumes a little bit. Audra deciding the same, also going up Red Tower. So we will see a double Wrecked Ship here. But we don't yet know how deep into Wrecked Ship we will be going. Nick's health situation a lot better than the one of Audra. I think Audra dipped into the acid exiting the climb supers check. That's probably the reason for that. The validation by a plume. Alright, so two ways to get across mode now. Either with the CWJ, the continuous wall jump, which both runners will be going for initially. And if they fail that and land on the platform, one of the two might go into a horizontal bomb jump. We will see. Alright, nikplayer probably now going for the criteria powerbomb check. And Audra at the same time deciding to go down Red Tower. Just wanted to pick up those checks at top of Red Tower. Going to Slodas refill. Shoutouts to Slodas. Excellent rando player. Oh, if that would have worked, it would have been amazing for nikplayer. Alright, gets it. Another double bomb jump. Amazing. Oh, Audra is doing X-ray. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Now we see some sick deboost threads here. Only taking damage from the waivers, they just do a little bit of damage and deboosting across the last bit. Sick, sick, sick. Gets rewarded with a pack of Subarus. Not what they wanted to see, but not the worst thing in the world. And since energy pool is very abundant, Order doesn't wait for the waivers to return in order to deboost and take the damage from the waivers for the iframes going back. Instead, they just tank the damage going across the spikes. And not even wanting to refill here again at Slotas, because whatever is coming up next will not be very energy intensive. And if they decide they want to go hell running after they checked out the boss or even defeated the boss at Crate, then there will be a nifty little health refill right there. Yeah, nice CWJ there by nikplayer. Gets rewarded with an E-tank. Nice to have. This is almost enough energy. For some people it is enough. For me it would be almost enough energy to kill Ridley with. But the ammo just isn't there, and the charge P-shot is not an option. So that's why we got the save station active here. Because you don't know what boss is expecting you in the basement of the wrecked ship, so you want to save this. Going for the spooky missiles. Unfortunately, we can't go into the location of wrecked ship E-tank. Thanks to barrier tweaks, the item is there. It's just the door that is gray, so runners can't go there. Okay, both runners ahead of their first boss, and both wisely taking precautions against that. Who do we got? nikplayer will be first. nikplayer finds a reset. And Audra finds no reset. All right. So this is a medium-sized advantage for Audra here. Having done Phantom now, and whenever Audra decides they want to go up into wrecked ship, all the checks are available to them. Except, of course, what is locked behind Speed Booster. The only little downside is that spooky missiles will have turned into scary missiles, because the room is active and those platforms will kill you so quickly. Righty, that's our first boss down, 24 minutes. Phantom disintegrates into squiggly lines, as you do. Alright, and Audra is continuing. Does not take the health refill. Also has a couple of checks before they would go into hell runs, unless they decide to go into wreck ship to take advantage of that dead Phantom. Oh yeah, one downside of finding Phantom here is that Janitor's Closet is locked. This will only open as soon as runners have defeated Crate. And Crate will be either in Meridia or in Lower Norfair. So with the knowledge of nikplayer nikplayer also doing the deboost strat, with the knowledge of Ridley being in wreck ship, that means that Lower Norfair hell runs will be a lot more doable. Because you won't be fighting a strong boss in a heated room. And also nikplayer getting across without any trouble. Audra finding lots of power bombs there. And one more thing, which is an E-tank. Okay, perfect. So if this was me, that would send me deeper into Upper Norfair. Because you can pretty quickly check everything there. This is kind of a friendly seat. All this oh, I say it, and this happens. Wow. Okay. So yeah, this is a pretty friendly seat. Barrier tank in a reachable spot. Checked early by Audra. I've recently had the situation and I tried it out and I needed a couple of attempts, but I did get this item check done with 2 E-tanks bomb climbing up. IBJing up. So this should be absolutely no problem for Audra whatsoever. Of course, you might make a misstep, take a bit of damage, get dunked into the acid, then you will have to reload the save. This can happen. Do you get it? Yes, you do get it. This can happen, but in this case, Audra will have a save right before that room, so no problem, I guess. Even less of a problem with this E-tank. nikplayer goes down before even checking out what is at Crate. So this is a double advantage for Audra now. At the time they go up to wreck ship, not only do they have all the item locations available to them, they also will be able to defeat the boss with an asterisk, because ammo is still tight for that, and this beam will not work out, I guess. This will be a very, very long fight. This time nikplayer going into Ice Beam early. Looking at the energy, there was an energy tank there. Audra fights Croc, interesting. Okay, knowing Croc in Hardway to Hell, Croc will have grapple, high jump, speed booster, and springboard. And charge. Yeah, the Crocs look a bit sick. But it's kind of cute, not gonna lie. One of the items I said is actually there. Oh, this should be good. Should be good. How much is in the reserve? It's enough. Okay, all good. Okay, all good. I wasn't scared. Ballsy play going for that item with that energy. Alright, nikplayer now on 7 energy tanks thanks to Ice Beam, and probably gonna pick up that one at Cathedral as well. So what else did I say? High jump, grapple, speed booster, and charge. Let's see what is here. To the wrong side. Okay, just bomb jumps up there. That's a very tight D-boost. And it is... just supers. How disappointing. Nah, it's just what you want. You want to collect as many supers as possible after spotting that barrier suit over there. Nikplayer also checking this item from behind and will now probably be returning. You want that. I'm not sure, did Nikplayer also check the Croc exit item? I sure hope so. Next item at Croc. It is nothing. That's a bit unfortunate that you can't even check the item at Indiana Jones here. Oh no, what am I saying? Runners have bombs, of course. You can totally get that. It's nothing. I find it very hard to check out the item while also bomb jump. I really don't want to look away from my bomb jumps in that situation. It's power-ups, okay. So just the spring ball, but still this might be, no, it will be a very important item in the seed because we will not be finding gravity. Time to farm up here. Yeah, it was a decent croc, but not nearly as hype as the last croc we saw. Audra? Interesting. Looks like they wanted to get into Crystal Flash range. Alright, so they want to get there with as much energy as possible. And trading that for not taking a save. This is easy enough doing this bomb jump, but you are under time pressure and that can throw you off a little. Let's see how it goes. Flawlessly. Didn't expect anything else, to be honest. Alright, Audra, what are you doing now? Going up. Okay, looks like Audra will be doing more Bubble Mountain checks. I'm sure after those, Audra will be going down into lower Norfair. A runner of that caliber will have no problem with a bootless lava life. The important thing for them will be right now finding enough ammo to get a potential Ridley done, because Audra does not know that Ridley is not in lower Norfair. Will have to account for that possibility. Man, these double bomb jumps, they make me a little jealous. I know how to do it, I'm just not consistent with it, so what I often do is I open up with one double bomb jump and from there I go into single bomb jumps. nikplayer did not correct the camera before checking this item. Always do that. It doesn't even do it falling down. And nikplayer demonstrating that he is not a machine. He actually failed one of his double bomb jumps. So not correcting the camera means nikplayer has to go all the way up there in order to see what is there, and you can pan the camera over to the right, either by coming from the left or by moonwalking a little bit, and that will make you spot the item before you get all the way to the top. Didn't see what was at wave. Let's check the miners. There's one more missile pack than before. So this ammo, I'm pretty sure this would be enough to find Ridley. Yeah, those power bombs alone are almost enough to fight Ridley. And this is starting to become comfortable for them. Right, now nikplayer. I hope nikplayer spotted that barrier suit. I didn't see it on his screen. If he did, then he will directly go there. R mode would be allowed. No, this is G mode for the back entrance. And I hope Kaizentin is in chat, because he probably can explain that better than I can. I'm not sure what items you need for that. Alright, nikplayer arrived at Varia Suit. And looks like he also spotted that before. Oh, a little Monka S here, and there's no good spot for a Crystal Flash. Gets it. Alright. Are you going up, nikplayer? Can't imagine him going into Cathedral now. No. nikplayer knows that Ridley is up there and is going there. At the same time, we now see Audra going for a brutal saber dive. This is not easy. You have to carry along that flame on the screen. Wasn't comfortable with this one. Takes up another flame. Oh, gets hit by one. That takes down one E-tank. Those flames hurt. Then you have to get hit by that one and take those iframes to wall jump up the spikes. Didn't quite work out. Oh, gets hit by another flame. Unintentionally. Next attempt. That looks good. Gets it. Now just don't fumble and you're up. Easy as that. Energy is a bit low, but that won't be too much of a problem because Audra are probably planning on going to the GT location anyway, where there is a health refill. Right, nikplayer picking up health here. nikplayer doesn't know which boss is awaiting him. So I hope he's saved, but even if not, we'll be fine. Fighting Phantom here with this energy pool, absolutely no problem for him. Oh, Audra even going the intended way into GT. That means they will have to farm a couple of supers in order to actually kill GT during the fight. Let's see if this play gets rewarded with a good item at front of GT. For me, it's always back of GT because I practically never go this way. Oh, it's a big item. Grapple. Gets super rewarded for this. Probably anticipated Hardway to Hell shenanigans with this one. Nicely done. This becomes immediately useful because this will be a big help while Audra is farming up supers for this boss. So first order of business is just spamming up as many supers as possible. Yeah, that charge beam doesn't do a lot. Okay, Aura tries to get a couple of missiles in, which is something you can do somehow. I have never actually tried, but during one of those GT attacks, the thing is vulnerable to missiles. This is the better way, in my opinion. Shoot those orbs and use grapple to get those super drops. And those super drops are completely insane. Like, from the first one they got, that was a whole bunch of supers. How many supers to kill GT? I don't actually know. Because it's so rare I fight that boss. It's somewhere between 20 and 30, I believe. Okay, wave beam there. So now this charge beam has an output of 50 times 2.5 from before. Okay, nikplayer just went up there and fought the boss. And now goes back down into upper Norfair. So worst case scenario, boss-wise here, could be Dragon, because it will be very annoying to get out of the Dragon room. It's doable with grapple, I believe. I've never actually gone into the Dragon fight without high jump boost, gotta be honest about that. There they go again with those insane double bomb jumps. Even if they fail them a little bit, they stay on top of the lower one and don't lose the whole thing. Okay, so runners still have to do all the checks because those high jump boots are required for now. R mode is allowed as far as I know, no G mode, so you could actually do some shenanigans and backdoor West Meridia, and in some situations you wouldn't even need high jump boots. Yeah, high jump as grapple is possible. But it's actually not the only way out of this room, because runners could also get grabbed by Dragon during a Crystal Flash and get a... what is it? A Crystal Flash grab suit out of that. And with that, they could easily escape the Dragon room. But Audra deciding not even... okay. Not to check any items like Fire Fleas and not doing a check. So Audra seems to be very comfortable with getting out of Dragon's room either way. Then again, it might even not be Dragon down there. Still a 50-50 chance of this being Crate. nikplayer also arrived in lower Norfair. Let's see what side he decides to tackle GT from. He goes to the right, okay. So pretty sure nikplayer will directly go into GT's room, spot that grapple beam and instantly reset. In order to go into that room from the intended side, which is possible in this because we have barrier tweaks on. Nice gate glitch. And with those barrier tweaks, you don't need space jump to activate the Chozo statue before GT. Jumps up, sports grapple, jumps up. Yeah, I wouldn't even be checking that one anymore, because I would know that I will have to go through there. There is something. It's an E-Tank, okay. Audra farming up for what they expect to be a possible Ridley fight. The supers plus the missiles are almost enough to fight Ridley. But not quite. And it's great. So you really gotta remember to check Janitor's Closet on your way up, because very high probability of high jump boots being in there, with slow progression being on and all that. I fully expect Charge Beam to be dug down really deep in this. So you absolutely want to pick up all the ammo you can. Nice D-boost there. This D-boost is first and foremost for getting iframes to safely jump through those holzes. Those do a ton of damage. Unfortunately got hit there a couple of times, but health pool is still good. Alright, nikplayer grappling his grapple. Now has to fight GT. And if this goes wrong a little bit, nikplayer has the option to pick up the energy tank. Can't be that many more supers for nikplayer. Okay, Audra getting a little bit caught out there by the key hunters, takes a bit of damage. But it's all fine. Now under 300 HP, which is a little dangerous for the last section in Lower Norfair. More supers is great. Audra can at any point perform a Crystal Flash to get up on energy again. Or, you know, just evade all those key hunters. Easy. Okay, nikplayer now done with GT as well. Farmed up his health, now bomb jumping up this room. Could also do this with a spring ball jump. Oh yeah, there we go. Audra decides this energy is not enough to safely go through the 3 amigos. No, it's not the 3 amigos, it's the 3 musketeers. And opts to damage herself down into Crystal Flash range. And then can easily just tank the damage. Accidentally drop a couple of times, all no problem. But I hope they remember, they remember to turn on Mariel. Manipulating that one a little bit to go more to the right, evading the second one, taking the third one, and they are out. Yeah, this is looking pretty good for Audra right here. So runners will still be wanting to find high jump boots at some point. But there isn't even that many locations left where they could be chilling. Most important thing is not to forget Janitor's Closet. Unfortunately, they have to take the long way back into Business Center. In order not to do that, they would have had to found either Speed Booster or a Spacer. Audra hasn't even been to Ice Beam yet. That's good, because I haven't seen what was at Crumble Chef. It's nothing. I hate nothing. And we know that Ice Beam will have an E-Tank. Audra not interested. Interesting. Did Audra go there before? Huh. Quite possible, I guess. Right, nikplayer is closing in on his crate fight. Of course, nikplayer doesn't know that. nikplayer will be expecting either crate or dragon. Player nicely taking damage from the little bugs and taking them to deboost even. Let's see how much nikplayer will be farming up. I'll assume he will do the full farm. Although, oh yeah, he will definitely want to be above 10 supers at least. If it's Dragon, you can quick kill Dragon with the grapple beam. But you want to be above 10 of everything because you want to Crystal Flash and get that Spark Suit. Ice Beam was indeed speed locked, yes. Aura going towards the ship. This can, I believe, only be for ship refill, which is smart, because for Aura it's a 50-50 Ridley is there. And now Aura has the ammo required to beat Ridley as well. And by that I mean missiles and supers. With power bombs it's way more than that. Yeah, runners would have to Suitless CF clip, but this trick has become more of an everyday thing than anything else. About a year ago it was one of those very hard esoteric things, and now it's a Tuesday. I don't think Audra went into Janitor's Closet, right? Anyway, about to see a couple of more items here in Rag Chip. If high jump boots should be there, at Janitor's Closet and Nick picks them up. That would be big for him. But that's a lot of ifs. With slow progression, I don't even think it's too big of a chance that they are actually there. Although, I say that, but going into wrecked ship would have been the quicker option. Runners could do that earlier than going down and fighting Crate. Maybe. Right, nikplayer taking a little safety save here for the first set of 3 key hunters. Also has a crystal flash in his pocket, so will probably not be dying anytime soon here. That was a pretty cool deboost. Fringo says Ridley is the high jump boots guard, and that has been the case very often in the past. Alright, despite spending a couple of those supers, Audraxys still in missile and super range to kill Ridley with. And Ridley is yellow. That's disgusting. Front-loading the missiles, actually. Missed a couple there, but not too many. Yeah, nice. Perfect. Very fast fight, considering. And, okay. Ridley is the guard of high jump boots. So let's go mode for Audra. I am super sure we will not see them checking anything else here in wrecked ship, unless they want more ammo for the mother brain fight. Because standing now, this will be a very long fight. But also wrecked ship isn't the best spot to be collecting ammo. Those checks are so far apart. You're actually better off routing in a few checks in Meridia. Right, so that's only Dragon left, and Dragon is at home. We have a nerfed starter charge. So runners have the ability to kill Mother Brain. It's just gonna be very, very slow. 6 of those charge shots would be the same damage as 1 super missile. If this wasn't the case, you would be absolutely correct. Then 70-25 would not be enough. Okay, welcome to the Suitless Meridia section of the seed. We only had a little bit of Suitless Norfair, but we are gonna see the entirety of Meridia suitlessly. It's nice how we had 1 gravity seed and 1 barrier seed. And very friendly how we had no seed that has no suits. Yeah, it's slow mode, that's correct. This damage is even less than a charge beam P-shot. So finding charge would be super OP, finding spacer would be great. They won't be finding Ice Beam. Audra knows where it is. I'm not sure if nikplayer knows where it is. It's at Climb Supers. in case runners should stumble across Speed Booster, I'm pretty sure they would be picking up that Ice Beam for the increased damage and for carrying through more ammo to Mother Brain. Because also standing now, runners don't have a zap skip, so they will be spending a lot of ammo even getting to Mother Brain. Yeah, I mean, both of those seeds were like that, right? Slightly inconvenient way to hell. We've seen way, way worse seeds in the tournament. And the final is like, okay, you've proven yourself, just go, it's fine. Man, I didn't see any of those items there. So there can't have been anything important in Main Street Missiles, and I don't think there was anything at Crab Superus. Yeah, nothing important will be at Main Street Missiles if the seed has no gravity suit. Maybe even nothing, I'm not sure. I order not interested in anything that would lead to... Wow, that's a fast grapple. In anything that would lead to Mama Turtle. We'll probably be skipping Watering Hole for now as well. In case Audra finds no ammo, no charge, no beam upgrade, then we might see them going up to Watering Hole later. Taking a quick save here. Probably because of the infamous Suitless Crystal Flash clip. We saw both runners in the first race pulling that one off fairly quickly. Both had about 5 or 6 tries. Nice little bomb kill there with that snail. Grapple climbing up here. No problem. Now Audra has to damage down to 50 health or below. Lots of players use this Metroid up there. Get themselves into that gap. Audra prefers that Moktroid. I said Metroid, they are Moktroids. We'll also let the Moktroid trigger the reserve. And then you just have to find the correct spot when to kill that one. And that will be good. Nice. That was perfect. Even with a big health drop, Audra would have been in Crystal Flash range. Alright, 1. 2. I've seen this before with Audra. They have the habit of unselecting their power bombs, which I find interesting. You don't actually need to do that. But for whatever reason, they prefer to do it. There we go. That was like 7 or 8 attempts. Still great. Alright, nikplayer ran out of ammo here in his Ridley fight. And decides he wants to finish off Ridley with the charge beam, the pseudo charge. It could take a while. Would be better off switching into power bombs. They do, if they hit single, they do 400, they can double hit and do 400 damage. So that's pretty good actually. And a very quick snake from Audra and a very, very poisony green snake for them too. Green snakes are usually harmless. Okay, hey, I'm not a snake expert. I believe you. Also, over here in Germany, there aren't that many snakes at all. I've never seen a snake in the wild in my life. Alright, now grapple climbing up this one. And then Audra will have to do a bit of grappling, or maybe I saw them do a cool springboard strat here in that part, going for it and landing on the spikes. That's so cool. I said last time I should practice this because it's very cool and fast, and I forgot about it. Unfortunately, misses the last platform. Oh, that's fine. Just a small time loss. Immediately gets that single grapple block there. So unfortunately, the ammo situation hasn't improved at all for Audra. And that E-Tank isn't helping. If it was me, actually, I would be grabbing those E-Tanks, because the mother brain fight will be extremely long and I would want the energy for that. And nikplayer also now found his go mode, so it looks like however he did it, he killed Ridley and found high jump boots. Nicely done, nicely done. Alright, setting up for the quick grapple. Gets scooped, gets grabbed. And that was a mistake, Dragon. You shouldn't have grabbed Samus. Why did you do that? Audra, are you really going to exit here without checking the item? Are you really planning on fighting Mother Brain with this ammo and nerfed wave beam? That's insane and I love it. Now Audra can just springboard jump out. No need for X-ray climb. It's a whole lot of menuing, which is annoying, but X-ray climb is a whole other new, different, and worse category of annoying. Yeah, they don't need the charge beam behind Dragon, correct. That's where nikplayer will win the race. nikplayer picks up the charge beam, goes into the mother brain fight 10 minutes after Audra and still overtakes them. So yeah, in that case, if Audra doesn't even want to see what's behind Dragon, they will definitely not be going for Watering Hole. I can't imagine that. Hey, nikplayer not going up the way through Main Street, instead deciding to double springboard jump. Double springboard jump up the fish tank. Doesn't quite get it. This could also indicate that nikplayer is going for a couple of more item checks. we're gonna see that jump. Okay, got it. Nice. I don't know how that works, but it looks great. Alrighty, home stretch for Audra. No Mama Turtle check for nikplayer. Grapple climbing up to the top of Mount Everest and then flinging himself across the ceiling. So yeah, Audra will be spending a whole lot of ammo on the way to Mother Brain. I'm already getting my calculator out for the actual fight. That's gonna be a really funny number. Unless Audra decides to go for a refill, and with 70 missiles, that's not a too bad idea in my opinion. Because even with a single go in and refill, you could get a lot of time out of that. I think that would be very much worth it. I don't expect Audra to do it though, gonna be honest. They are just insane and they will just go for it. Okay, using missiles here. nikplayer is using this little gap there. The cool thing about that gap is you can very safely escape the mock droid. Is in a not very good health range, now has to do this once more with warrior suit turned on, and now is in a good range. Even gets another power bomb here, but doesn't even want it. The madman. Audra collected a swarm of Metroids and got rid of them. Oh, nice nikplayer. That was again 4 or 5 attempts. Yeah, runners have become insanely good at this. We love to see it. All the Metroids are power bombed away. Just the baby. No baby skip this time, I assume. Yeah. Setting up for a baby skip. Goes as far to the left as possible and then turns around to the right, which cancels the stand-up animation, saving a couple of frames. Man, this is going to be a really fast time as well. Oh, that's it? That's all you're gonna pre-open? Alright, Aura. Maybe they will go for another run, but I don't expect it, honestly. Nope. That super says Audra is going in. Oh, I forgot one thing. We have Wave Beam. So Audra could be doing a whole bunch of X Factors, and they do good damage. Every X Factor will eat up 3 power bombs, but that's still 10 X Factors. Without X Factors, Audra would have to do 242 charge shots. You heard that right. 242. 1, 2, 3. So, all right. So, did nikplayer find anything good? Charge beam or anything? Yeah, Audra now going for the X Factors, but they are dangerous. And not a lot of those particles are hitting. Every particle that hits is worth 1 whole super. So that's already pretty good. I don't know if this was intended, but if it wasn't intended, I'm sure Audra would have turned off the power bombs by now. Okay, energy is getting a little monka-esque. So it looks like if they are standing there, they guarantee 1 particle to get in. Not too bad. But of course, they will have to wait until all the particles either disappear or hit anything on screen. Oh, that's another hit. Nice. So the catch-up phase alone will be 90 charge shots. Oh, I don't like it. Audra has a bunch of reserve tanks. It's at least 3, maybe even 4. So that's good to know. And they just now ran out of power bombs to do more X Factors with. So we will only be seeing charge shots. And I'm pretty sure Audra is comfortable with sitting in the catch-up phase for a long time. The best thing about the catch-up phase is, yes, it does a whole bunch of damage, but it's also kind of predictable. It's more predictable than the rest of the fight. Anybody taking count here? I mean, with all those X Factors and us just having 30 frames per second, it's pretty much impossible for us to count how many they got in and how many charge shots are left. Okay, this looks nice and controlled. But a single catch-up hit could spell the end. Let's hope for the best here. nikplayer has arrived at the ship. But we'll have to do an even worse Mother Brain fight. Oh, that's it. That's it. We are through. Audra did it. Insanity. Awesome. With the reserve tanks, Audra would even have had the option to do stand-up. But I'm pretty sure they were just done with it. Okay, in this race we see both runners in Turian at the same time. In the last race, the E-tanks just evaded nikplayer. It's the final, the baby of the tournament. And the damage output just went from 50 to 1,000. That's a bit of a difference. Take the quick way, no speed boost available, but at least it's high jump boots, so not that much wall jumping. nikplayer looks like he's setting up for a baby skip here. Doesn't get it. The final climb, which will be an actual climb. Left side, good choice. Left side wall jumps are better than right side wall jumps. Final parlor. You can already start typing the first G in chat. Audra has entered landing site, now you can type the second G. And hit enter on that. With an official time of 1 hour, 22 minutes and 49 seconds. In first place of this race and the winner of the Hardway to Hell tournament is Audraxys. GG's everybody. Awesome, awesome show. Just pure skill and pure confidence. That's what blew me away the most, I think, in this race. That was amazing. All right, I don't see a DNF by nikplayer for now, so looks like he will be finishing this out, and that is absolutely well deserved. I already see Audra on the server, probably will be joining anytime now. Oh man, Nick has three supers left. Oh no. Oh, that's gonna be an even longer fight. Okay, I'm excited to see where Charge Beam was. We are joined now by our tournament winner, Audraxys. GG's, congratulations.
Hi, thank you so much.
That was so awesome, both those seeds. I was saying it before, I'm amazed not just by the pure skill you demonstrated, but also, especially in the last seed and in the final of the last seed, the confidence you went in there with. That was amazing.
I was getting real scared when I saw a high jump at Ridley in the second seed because I felt like I'd way overchecked like LN and I'd overchecked the two items before. Like you just go straight to Ridley and that's your go mode, and it was just so that's why I didn't check Dragon because I was stressing out and I was just like, well, like what could it do for me? It could be charge, it could be space jump, and or it could be like an E-tank, and I feel like we're really close, so I might need to skip it and hope it's like just a missile or something, like with the way the logic's going. But then I forgot that I didn't have ice or speed for Zub skip, because like the whole time when I saw ice at Climb Supers, I was planning, okay, I'm gonna have that eventually. I was thinking that the whole seed, I would have that ice eventually. I have speed, so I didn't think about it. And I was just like, okay, it's just gonna like charge to just make like a little bit of difference in my beam, but like I have an okay amount of supers. And then I realized I couldn't Zeb skip. And I was like, oh, this is not good.
Yep. Yep, absolutely. I was kind of thinking something like that probably. But yeah, you got hit by a catch-up, I believe. But after that, there wasn't really any trouble whatsoever. Unfortunately, it looks like nikplayer has died in the same fight. nikplayer went in there with even less ammo, and Charge Beam was behind Dragon, so you should maybe have gone there.
I was so stressed that my decision making was not good anymore, and I absolutely should have checked it, but I was just like, I overchecked everything else, and
unbeknownst to you, nikplayer pretty much did exactly the same decisions. The only difference was that nikplayer went up into rec chip first, so Nick knew that Ridley was up there. And speaking of nikplayer, runner up in the tournament, second place. Congratulations, nikplayer. You played very good today. Unfortunately, it just wasn't enough for Order, because there was just something else what they did today.
Yeah, GG. I'm very happy for the second place. Yeah, for the second seed, I was just thinking I'm behind because I do rec chip Ridley very late, and here was high jump boots, and I checked all this stuff, all low Norfair, upper Norfair. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much all, and I got it to rec chip very late. Then I killed Ridley, killed then Dragon, and go to the Torian. And I was feel very behind for the situation. But anyway, thank you very much, Audraxys, for this for this race today. You got the revenge for me on the League. Congratulations, but soon enough I will get you anyway.
Nice.
Oh yeah. I bet. Because I didn't really watch your races in the Chuzo tournament, but like you improved a lot after that, and like when I saw the way that you raced against Zost in Rando League and the way that you raced against me, I thought it was like maybe your execution wasn't as good, but your decision making was really good. And then when I watched you in this tournament, your execution was also much better. So I knew I had to take this match really seriously, and yeah, I was the second seed. I was so scared it was going to be a Moondance seed. I was screwed.
Yeah.
It was a Moondance seed.
Yeah.
I was
I
already kind of calling it.
I was literally, when I was going down the green bin elevator, I started Googling a tutorial.
Oh man, those power bombs at Church Peak, they must have been a very,
Oh
very
my
big
God.
relief. It was
Oh,
kind of
you
the
have no
last spot
idea.
for them to be in, unless you want to go through Spore Spawn.
Yeah, I was totally gonna do Spore Spawn at that
Yeah.
point, and then if that didn't work out, I think I might have gone, because I didn't check Old Mother Brain. I left that because it was too slow. So I think I
Yeah,
might
did
have.
that.
Oh, okay. I checked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, first of all, I checked this Old Mother Brain, go to Green Bryn, that here was, yeah, 0 super missiles. And yeah, in this situation, I was very stressful because I checked Old Mother Brain for the very beginning, do the wall jump again to up, and yeah, for after Green Brain, I must do it again, go down, check all the stuff, and yeah, Green Super Missiles was behind these musketeers.
That was actually not too trolly, the spot where the first supers then were. Could have been much worse, because you get those
Yep.
supers and then you can immediately go back into Big Pink and do all the
Yep.
checks you couldn't do before, so that's kind of friendly.
Yep.
So Audra, you also finished this tournament in the perfect way. You won the tournament, and your item percentage in the Hardway to Hell tournament final is 66.6%. Couldn't have done it any better. I'm glad you didn't pick up charge now.
That okay. I think that justifies it. Then that's
Yep.
pretty good. that Mother Brain fight was some devilish work, I would say.
So you were pretty much ahead all the time, just due to slightly better execution. Maybe Nick routing in a couple of checks more here and there. What really set you apart in the first seed, that was you were super prepared for getting the speed booster where it was. There was absolutely zero drama you getting out that speed booster without any E-tanks. And
Where
Nick, you
was
had
speed booster again? I forgot.
At Plasma Beam.
Oh yeah, okay. There was drama for me because I accidentally took a hit from the bottom pirate, and I was afraid I wasn't gonna get out. But
Yeah,
that was a big mistake.
Yeah, but you were just very prepared for that. You knew exactly what to do. You let the lower pirate walk into the left corner, then you just I don't know if you sparked or just ran through him, and everything else was not much of a problem. And Nick had major troubles with that. And not just that, also Nick, you took another death, I think, after Croc.
Yes. Yes.
And you hadn't saved, and then you had to get that speed booster at Plasma Beam again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that first seed didn't really go in your favor in that regard.
Wait, I think my only death in this set was I tried to go to Croc with 0 E-tanks, and I tripped on the dragon when I was trying to farm.
Yes.
Like I skipped the refill because I was just like, oh, I can just farm the gamma. I have gravity. It's easy, and like I wouldn't have been that risky if I hadn't just taken the save. But I think that was my only death, and I was expecting to have like maybe a couple of deaths at least.
Yeah, just one death, and it was absolutely inconsequential. You lost maybe a minute, if at all. Yeah, man, that was a great final. Super high competence, high level gameplay, and just the confidence from Audra. Amazing. First match, just waltzing into lower Norfair with 4+1. Blew my mind. I mean, we kind of knew we would be finding a lot of E-tanks down there, but the audacity to just go for it, I love that.
Those E-tanks for, like, I had done everything except for bowling, I want to say.
Yeah, me too.
Did.
There were, like, what, 5 majors at Croc, and, like,
that
how
was
often
insane.
How often do you go to Croc and you get 5 majors and you're upset that you got 5 majors at Croc?
Yes, I wanted E-tanks. I didn't want charge, ice, grapple, high jump. I want I wanted E-tanks. Yeah, we were thinking the same. Yeah, those were pretty cool 2 seats for very, very different reasons.
Yeah,
Very interesting.
I'd never seen an E-tank placement like the first seed. I hadn't had that before. I've had bad E-tank placements where like your logical ones are in Meridia and you have to crab climb, but never where it's like, I don't know, just so up and down like that, where it's like it literally gave you and like I was scared that like I looped all the way around the world for a couple E-tanks, right? I was scared that I was just like, oh, I should have just tried to do like Norfair Reserve Lobby with 0. I should have just tried to like Crystal Flash through Speedway or Speed Hallway or something like that, and like sequence break a tank there. And there just like were barely any tanks in Upper Norfair itself. I was so shocked.
Yeah, I was very confused for the first seats. I only had 2 E-tanks on Upper Norfair and didn't I didn't check the PBs on Criteria and Main Street, and that was the only 2 location that I didn't check. And here it was the 2 E-tanks. And yeah, and I was just stressed and didn't know what to do next because I forgot about this Criteria PBs. And yeah, then you are finished. And yeah, I had a bad situation for the second seat. Was better, but I Ridley I did Ridley very, very late, and here was high jump, and that didn't help anyways. So yeah, very good 2 seats, but not today. Not today. Yeah, this is not my day today. I think for the situations what I do today.
I was kind of hoping you would go up after finding Barrier Suit. That might have even got you ahead.
I was so sure that Ridley was going to be at Lower Norfair. I was so sure.
You were sure what was there? The boost?
No, I was really sure Ridley was going to be at Lower Norfair, and that Ridley was going to have speed.
Yeah, I was thinking that in Lower Norfair, I know that Ridley was on Recture, but I decide, okay, you have the various suits. This seat kinda refused me that I must do lava dive bootless, and maybe I find in Lower Norfair high jump boots or speed booster or something like that. But yeah, checked all the stuffs and didn't find PB. Didn't find PB, and I was stressed that when Ridley is 100%, I'm 100% sure Ridley had high jump boost or speed booster. Then I was confused in the situation, and yeah, didn't help anyway.
It was still a really strong showing, also by nikplayer. It was great gameplay. It would have been the better choice maybe to go up, but you gotta make some choice, and you don't know which one is the correct one before you do it.
Yes,
so I'm just really surprised that like the game didn't force you to high jump plus lava dive.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You didn't actually need to. Although the ammo situation was pretty bad at that moment. If you would have gone straight up after finding, or even after grabbing Varia, full clearing Upper Norfair, you wouldn't have been in a comfortable spot to actually beat Ridley. You would have had to use a lot of those power bombs.
Yeah, but like having Varia just makes it so like you can handle kind of any bad fight.
Yeah.
Really, if you have Varia. Like it's not pretty, but
well, here we are, end of the tournament.
I'm still stressed.
I can imagine doing this for the entirety of the tournament. Also, you Audra are going for a major chunk through the lower bracket, so you have a lot more races done than nikplayer has. Must be really exhausting.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, there's some advantage to it. I think you get more experience. You learn more about different types of seats. And it was like I had to shift gears mentally, because at the start of the tournament, I was just like, okay, I just full clear, and I try to have my execution win out, and it's like, as long as I didn't mess up anything big, I was probably okay. And then winner semis against Fusey, I messed up Dragon for 15 minutes, so that was that. But then, like, getting closer to the end, it was like, okay, people had figured out, like, kind of the meta, how to route. People have figured out that, like, Ridley always has something. You just, like, rush Ridley. So I was like, okay, I actually have to, like, care about what order I do things in, and I have to play really well. And yeah, anyways, thanks for commentating the finals, and thanks for a good race, nikplayer.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Audraxys, for this great race. We have draw for the Wonder League, and you beat me on the tournament, so it was very fun to play with you. Thank you, Beamer, for comms. I really appreciate about that. Thank you, Casentum, for tracking. Yeah, this tournament was very, very fun. Very, very fun. That was my first time I took to the finals. That I'm happy that I got so far. Yeah, my first place is nice, very nice, but second place is also very nice.
If you keep doing what you're doing, you'll be there.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm happy about that, and thank you once again, Audraxys, for this race. And yeah, see you the next mission.
Yeah, thanks to Rusty and Colors for putting this on, and also getting it on SpeedGaming. It was a lot of the matches were really good to watch. So kind of hope that happens again next year. And also, I really happy with like, I improved at the game a lot during this tournament. I didn't think it was going to be like that serious. Like, it was this felt like more of a meme tournament, kind of.
Well, it isn't actually.
Well, like,
it is, and
like,
it isn't.
It's just like a lot of the, like, little rando things stop mattering as much, and it's just like whether you can do the big tricks. Like, can you do high jumpless? Yeah, can you do bootless, suitless stuff? Lower Norfair. But then towards the end, it really mattered. And then, like, there's a lot of tricks that I wasn't good at before that I'm much better at now. So, like, high jumpless lava dive, suitless crystal flash clip, crab climb.
Crab climb.
Learning that was so bad. I spent 30 minutes on it 2 days ago because I hadn't done it in a while. I hadn't done it in forever, and I got a seeder. I had to zero tank crab climb. It took me 30 minutes.
Yeah, once you get it down, it really isn't bad. We are, of course, talking about that crab climb without springboard. That one is free, but I can relate. The crab climb caught me out in one async race I did recently, and I went ahead and learned that one too. Once you know what to do, it's kind of free, but you first have to get there. And if you do it unprepared, you will fail it.
But yeah, this helped me improve in like regular rando tournaments more than I thought it would. So
yeah, absolutely. I'm sure. It would have 100% helped me in a dash seed. And small situations like this, or actually big situations like this, will come up every now and then again. It's rare, but when it does, it can be a super big play to apply some of these skills. I mean,
I don't.
the Crystal Flash clip alone was esoteric tech some time ago, and now people just go for it, and you have to account for that.
Yeah, I was really weak at it for a long time. Like, I would route seeds around not wanting to do it. Like, I would do some extra checks where other people wouldn't. I would try to route around high jumpless lava dives. So like, I used to when we always raced vanilla map, I would go direct ship a lot more than other people because I'd try to find movement items for lore and Norfair. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say really. So thanks everyone.
Well, those gain skills, they are forever, and they will forever be helpful, I'm sure. Well, I've never in my life closed out a tournament. I would like to start thanking you, the runners, every runner, but especially you two. You made it the furthest, and deservedly so, I might add. Audra, congratulations on the tournament win. nikplayer, we will see you in the next tournament, and you will go deep again, I'm 100% sure.
Thank you.
Thanks to SpeedGaming for broadcasting all of this. Thank you very much. This wouldn't be so cool without you guys, without being able to see all those seeds live on Twitch. Special thanks to Vibrant Colors and to Rusty for setting up this whole thing. Coming up with the idea alone, I think it was Colors' idea. I'm not 100% on that one. But she came up with it together with Junie last year, I believe. They just picked the worst possible settings and started a tournament with it. I think that's an amazing idea. And special thanks to all the viewers. Everybody in chat, I had a blast with you. All the lurkers out there who are just watching all of this without ever writing in chat. I love you guys all. I hope I didn't forget anybody. Kai Zenton, thank you for tracking today. You did a great job. You did a better job at tracking than I did at spotting the items you tracked. I believe that's everybody. And yeah, any final words from you? But I think you were done, but just in case.
No, I said more than I wanted to. X-ray deboost was another thing that I used to like never do because I was like I could do it, but I wasn't that good at it. But
yeah, you both did that flawlessly today. It's still something I'm ignoring for now.
It's yeah, it's just like it's not that hard. It's just like the consequences of messing it up are so bad.
Yeah, you're right.
I have, to this point, I've won more races because opponents have gone for it than I have lost races because I didn't go for it.
Yeah, that was always my strategy. For the most, and like people know that I don't usually do it, so like some people try to push it harder.
Yeah.
But,
alrighty.
No, that's actually it.
Okay. Thanks everybody. Until next time, I hope we will see this tournament again in a year or something like that, and there will be more tournaments coming up. The SpeedGaming live tournament, the Dash on-site tournament. That will be happening somewhere in the United States with players being live at the place. That will be a cool watch, I'm sure. And you will see me in chat for that one, because they will have their own commentators. And yeah, until then, thanks everybody. Have a great day, have a great night, and see you again next mission.